Hey everybody, this is Pramita here, and once again this is just going to be a flip of the newest journal that I have made. This is actually a design team project for Elsiebels bookshelf, and Ellie has been coming out with a lot of excellent digital kits, and I'll put a link to her shop as well as the kit that I have used below in the description box. The journal shares that I'm doing right now will be coming into my shop in January, because my shop is currently on vacation mode and I'm just in the process of restocking some items. So this is actually the kit, the digital kit that I've used is Nature's Music, and I have also used a paper pack called Vintage Artistry from 49th Market. I don't know why I felt like these two, the digital kit would go, my table. I just want to film this and get this done away with. So I'm just going to move my camera a little bit so that you get a better view. So here is the journal, and this actually has I think more than 60 pages. This is a B6 size. So let me grab my, I don't know where I've kept, just a minute guys. I don't know. Okay, so I have my set square out here. Anyways, so this is a 5.5 by 7 3/4. You can put this in a traveler's notebook, but I think this looks best if it's a standalone one. Well, it's a personal choice, of course, and I've done a lot of stitching in this, and it is very, very chunky. So you can see, with a lot of pom-pom trims and stitching and pearls, and you can use it in winter as well as any time that you would like. So this is the front. Let me take this sari silk ribbon off, and you can give it a three-dimensional kind of look, because I have stitched through the middle, and what I've done is I've made some collages with fabrics, so you can tuck things in. I'm just going to show you. You can tuck things in. Basically, these are tiny pockets, and over here at the front there is a pocket, as usual, the one I like to do best, and I have a little pearl attached to this tag. These are all from Ellie's kits. And at the back, what I've done is I've just made a collage of fabric and a little bit of the vine lace that I had in my stash. And at the front, I have used some vintage tablecloth, pieces of that, and bluish kind of trim, pom-pom trim, and a little bit of crocheted flower over here, and a little bling. I have been hugely influenced while I was doing this by Susan McGuire. I'm not sure. She's known as the Creative Cafe Girl. So I like her style because it's very simple, a lot of stitching, and yeah, that's it. So this has 3 charms. Maybe I'm going to do another another quick flip of all the journals that I'm going to restock in my shop. So I thought I'd make 2 of these, but I couldn't because I didn't have enough vintage artistry papers. So I thought I'm going to make this one and maybe some other mini journals with the Nature's Music. So this is the one that I've done, and this has a charm over here. I hope you can see it. And more or less I've tried to keep the theme intact. And here's a pocket which comes with tags. This all these elements were in the cut apart sheet of the paper pack that I was using, that is Vintage Artistry, And what I did was I just collaged them and used a little bit of sari silk. This is a vintage tablecloth pocket, and this is from Ellie's kit. So this goes in here, and at the front what I've done is, sorry guys, at the front what I've done is I've just collaged, you know, a little bit of tag. This can be made into a pocket. If you want to use it as a pocket, you can glue this part down and this becomes a pocket, and otherwise you can keep it as it is and you can write at the back. This is like a half page, and I've just used some sari silk like a hinge, and just to give it a pop of color, and stitched around it. So that's that. And at the back of this page what I've done, I've attached a pocket from the kit, just did a collage, and this is also from the Vintage Artistry paperback. So what I've done is I've just added a few elements, and this is also a tuck spot, so you can put something over here. So it's a double tuck, so this goes in over here, and this is the front page. I've kept this as a front page, and the kit is pretty big. I have not used all the papers. I do have some in my stash, which I plan on making like a mini book kind of thing, very simple with only some tea dyed or coffee dyed papers, and yeah, that's it. So I might do that one with a paper bag kind of thing. I do have some ideas which I can put to use, so basically. So this is a book page pocket. This is totally inspired by Patricia Viramonte, and Patricia does excellent job of with using, you know, book pages and stuff like that. So I thought I'd give it a try. And what I've done at the back is I have made a pocket at the front, as you can see, and at the back this is totally like Roxy Creations by Rachel. So what Rachel does is she just, you know, collages a lot of writing space elements at the back of her journaling cards. So this is actually a journaling card which has a pocket and has been added with the sari silk as a hinge, so you can move it around. You can journal over here, and then you can work on this page also and put some stuff here. So that's what I've tried to do. And this is a book that I had, and I've used the pages. So this is a pocket from the kit, and I've just added a tag. This is a Vintage Artistry paper, and I have added a little bit of organza spine to it because it was very thick and I thought it would be very difficult to stitch through. So that's why I've made it into a organza trim spine, and I think that looks nice because it gives a little bit of color and interest on the page itself. So that's that. Here is a tiny pocket. This comes with a little bit of a booklet, and there's plenty of journaling space and options for you to decorate as you like. I've added some pom-pom trim at the edges. This is a raggedy tag that I usually love to make. I just add anything and everything that I have. And here I've added a little bit of fabric leaf and lace sari silk, and you know, this is a layered tuck spot with a lot of elements going on it. I really have worked very hard on this, and this is just a journaling tuck sort of thing. This is, once again, I have used elements, cut apart elements from Vintage Artistry, the paperback, and this is a Hermelinda tag. You can write over here. So, and nothing is basically very dull, so you can put your own stamp to it. That's that. And this is another page from the kit. This is the book page that I had. This is also a page from the kit. Here I have a pocket, and I can put something over here. So that's that. And most of the pockets I have done some sort of collage or added some you know, some sort of interest. I've just not just glued them down. This is the tuck spot, so let me show. So this is a tuck spot. You can put anything there basically. And what I've thought is I will add a little bit of ephemera. This is from Tsunami Rose, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of writing option out there. This is once again another tuck spot, so you can write over here as well as, you know, tuck something. This is from the vintage artistry paper pack, and this is a doily that I've added. And okay, so this is a belly band, and I made this with cut off from the papers of the kit, because when I printed them out they were in the letter size, and I was using this as a B6. You know, I wanted this to be in a B6 size. So what happened was I did have a little bit of offcuts here and there. I tried to keep the images intact, so I landed up with lots of you know, little bits and bobs from paper backs. So I made these into belly bands of sorts, and once again this is from the kit also. I have just layered this like so, and this is also from the kit. So if you want, I can show you the kit and in details, and then we'll go from there. So this is the middle page, and I have just tied a bow. This is, I was very lucky this time because I managed to get hold of some cotton, you know, these are not crocheted, silk crochet, these are cotton waxed kind of crocheted thread, and I got a bunch of these, a very good deal. So this is the other side of the page. This was a envelope in the vintage artistry paper. What I did was I turned it into a belly band sort of thing. So this is a collaged journaling card, which can be used as a tuck spot, so you can use something over here. So this is a double tuck sort of thing, and you can add this as you know, as a tuck spot or pocket in your journals also if you so require. Here is another tag from the digital kit, and this is also from the digital kit. What I've done is I've just layered a few elements, and you know, I thought they would look nice. Here I have a, sorry, just bear with me guys. Here I have a very beautiful, let me show you, very beautiful looking pearly charm, and attached with a ball pin, and you can take out this ball pin and use it somewhere else. Okay, so this is an envelope. I might put something inside, like a little bit of, you know, journaling paper or sorts. These are all from the vintage artistry papers. Each of these papers came with a different name, and what I've done is I've just snipped off the names and stitched them in a form of collage, and I think they are looking pretty well. This is just a scrap fabric I had, and this is like a side tuck, so that's that. This is from Calico Collage. This was a scrap of paper that I had, so I turned it into an envelope, and I've just added that. This is from the kit. This is another of those pages, and this is also from the kit. This is a journaling card from the kit, and once again, just as I told you, I did have these offcuts a lot, and what I did was I just collaged a little bit of elements from here and there and made them look a little bit dressy. This is a pocket, and I have not put everything inside the pockets. So this is a envelope from the kit itself, the digital kit, and once again I've just used some tulle and a denim butterfly just to jazz it up. And I might include some writing papers inside, which you can use in any ways. So this is once again another, look at this tag. This is a journaling tag. You can write at the back. And what I've done is, this is a butterfly from the digital kit. And what I've done is I've layered a bunch of offcuts from the digital kit, and I've used some sari silk ribbon and collaged it. This is from Vintage Artistry. The word vintage, I just snipped that off and used it over here. So that's that. And this is another pocket. This is a Tim Holtz paper that I had in my stash. So this is another of those Vintage Artistry papers. And these were all of cut aparts from the kit, and this was the name of the paper. Each paper came with a definitive name. Some had flora and fauna, some had ephemera, and I snipped off the the words, phrases, and I've stitched them along with the journaling cards and tags. So I have just layered a bunch of stuff, a little bit of cheesecloth. And this is not cheesecloth actually, this is a kind of cotton material that I have in my stash, and I've just stitched them around. And this pocket actually comes with a small charm, which once again can be taken out like so. So that's that. And this is from the Vintage Artistry paperback. This is the paper that I had in my stash. This is a book page pocket. This is very much inspired by Patricia Veramonte. And here I have a journaling card. And here is the small booklet. Never underestimate the power of a smile, it says. And I just put this in. They also have some fabric tabs. I think 2 of them. And guys, I might sound very incoherent because I've been working too hard on this. I just needed to finish this and move on to something else. So this is another, excuse me for that. And this is another tag. All the tags I have lined with either ledger paper or some cardstock or something of the other, because I generally like to stitch around the tags. So what I do is I print them on 100 GSM. I don't know about the pound because we talk about GSM in India. So I print them on 100 GSM paper and then I back these up. So I don't usually print them on a very heavy cardstock. So that's that. And this is another from the digital kit. This is a tag and a tuck spot. This is the half page that we have at the back, and this is another tuck spot. So if you want, you can put something over here. And this is the end, and this is the back. So this is very chunky right now, but if you take everything out of the pockets, this is not going to be very chunky. And I do like the chunky look, but I hate the idea of not being able to write, because the journals are made to be able to be, to be written on, written into. So once again, I'm speaking all rubbish, and I'm so tired today. So that's that. And this comes with 3 charms, which can be taken out, of course. And this is the side view, and I hope everybody likes this, because I need to restock some items and then get them sold off. I really need to do this, guys. So help me support my tiny shop. Thank you for watching. Bye.